YNABers, my name is Jesse Meekum from YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. Yes, you do. This is another Whiteboard Wednesday. If you are in a relationship where you are sharing finances, you most certainly need to be sharing a budget. Now, we've been talking about the mobile apps, and I'm still excited about them, so I'm going to keep talking about them for a little bit longer. Notice this thing in my relationship with Julie. The length of the budget session is inversely correlated to the likelihood of a peaceful budget meeting. So as the length of the session increases, the likelihood of peace in the budget session decreases. You notice that we get kind of an asymptote here because, I mean, let's be honest, like, just never, you're dealing with money, right? So there's always a landmine. No, I'm just kidding. Not a landmine, but you might make some discoveries. And I've noticed as I've been doing the budgeting on the phone, as Julie's been dutifully entering transactions, she doesn't cover overspending really or import transactions or things like that, but she does enter her transactions very well. And I do the nerdy things, and that's totally cool with me. I don't think I could handle it the other way. I've tried. So what we're doing is I'm doing it more frequently and keeping the budget up to date. And then on Sundays, when I normally just sit down with her and we have our little budget meeting, I'm like, what was this? What was that? What was this? I don't ask those questions because I already know. Because I happened to ask her that question while we were out doing something. Like we were at Costco and I imported the transactions while I was pushing the cart maybe. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, what was this thing from Target that was blocked? Because Target's a black hole. And she's like, oh, it was that. I'm like, duh, 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 duh. And then she grabs the clementines and we're on our way. That interaction for her, I don't even think she knew it happened. It was like secret. Like I'm extracting information out of her and she's just totally still in the Costco zone. So it was a plus. And then I can do the same thing. I can be like, wait, what was this? Like we're eating dinner and I can just, not on my phone because that's against our rules, but I can know like, oh, there's that transaction I was wondering about. Hey, what was the thing from the thing, that check that was written for 120 bucks? And she's like, oh, that was for swim lessons. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. How are the swim lessons going? No one has to know that I'm doing a budget interrogation, right? And I say that in jest, but if you were on the receiving end of constant questioning during a budget session about what was this, 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 like after a while, even like the best of budget meetings can go a little bit awry. They can start to feel a little bit like an interrogation and less like a collaboration. So my whole point in saying this is that these little budget meetings on the go, like little budget meetings, teeny tiny little meetings that are invisible and only one of us knows they're even happening, actually has been pretty solid. And then we don't really do the other budget meeting except once a month when we're actually budgeting like the money for the month. But I don't do these little check-ins and things. And when we're doing the budgeting for the month, I'm not tired having to have worked on it for 25, 30, 40 minutes and been like, oh man, finally everything's reconciled and finally Julie gave me the information about this or that transaction and finally the one that I was asking her about that was actually mine, because that happens more often than I'd like to admit. Finally, we got that all squared away. Everything's balanced. Everything's reconciled. Now we can budget. And by that time, I'm tired, and I don't even really want to do it that much. And I'm supposed to always want to budget, but I don't. I'd rather watch TV. So what ends up happening is I'm less tired, and she's less tired because I haven't been interrogating her the whole time. And then we sit down. We're just doing the budgeting part that's actually pretty fun, and it works out well. So I'd like for you to try this in just the most how should I say this? Just natural way, like you're having conversation about the weather and you're asking about this transaction. Just look for opportunities where you can just update as you go, as needed. Hey, we had some $20 in overspending. What category can we pull it from? And you talk about, oh, okay, boom, boom, done. Cool. Rule 3 followed, crisis averted, and we're good to go. Think about that as it relates to your phone and how you could, again, talking back to those micro things, like those micro habits, those small interactions with the budget, how that also can lead to a much more productive, pleasant, peaceful budget meeting. I will see you all next week.